Is murder wrong? I don't mean do you dislike it or does it make you uncomfortable. I mean, is it objectively, actually, truly wrong? Most people would say yes, but here's the question that changes everything. Why? If we're just atoms and chemicals that evolved by chance, where does right and wrong come from? Stay with me because we're going to use pure logic to answer this question, and the answer might surprise you. Let's start with something we all agree on. Murder is wrong. Not just wrong for me or wrong in my culture. Actually wrong. Everywhere. Always. When we hear about genocide, child abuse or rape, we don't just say, well, that's not my preference. We say, that's evil. That's objectively wrong. Even people who do evil things make excuses. Why? Because they know there's a standard they're violating. Hitler didn't say, murder is just my opinion. He made excuses, claiming his victims weren't really human. Why would he need to justify himself if morality was just opinion? Why make excuses? So, here's our first point. Objective morality exists. We all live as if right and wrong are real, not just opinions. Now, if objective morality exists, where does it come from? Let's look at the options. Option 1. Evolution. Some say morality evolved because it helped us survive. Cooperation equals survival. Evolution equals survival. But here's the problem. Evolution explains why we feel certain things, not why those things are actually right or wrong. Feelings does not morality. Think about it. If a lion kills a rival's cubs, we don't call it murder. It's just nature, evolution. But when a human does it, we call it evil. Why? Because we recognize humans have moral responsibility. We're not just following evolutionary instincts. Humans equals moral responsibility. Plus, evolution is about survival. So if lying helps you survive and reproduce, is lying good? If rape provided evolutionary advantage, would it be moral? Obviously not. Evolution can't ground morality, which means morality can't come from evolution. Option 2. Society or culture. Some say morality comes from society. Different cultures, different rules. Society creates morality. But this doesn't work either. If morality is just what society says, then Nazi Germany wasn't doing anything wrong. It was their culture. Slavery wasn't wrong when society accepted it. We can't condemn honor killings in other cultures. Slavery was right in 1800s. Nazis were right in 1940s. But we do condemn these things. Why? Because we recognize there's a standard above culture. Standard above culture. Martin Luther King Jr. said unjust laws are out of harmony with the moral law. What moral law? Not just American law, something higher. If morality was just cultural, we couldn't call any culture wrong. But we do, all the time. Option 3. Atheism and materialism. If there's no God and we're just matter and energy, then morality is just what? Just matter plus energy? Brain chemistry? Electrical signals? But chemicals aren't right or wrong, they just are. If I'm just atoms following the laws of physics, how can I be guilty of anything? I'm just doing what my atoms were determined to do. Atheist philosopher Michael Roos admitted, and I quote, "Morality is just an aid to survival and reproduction, and any deeper meaning is illusory." Morality is just an illusion. But if morality is an illusion, then nothing is actually wrong. Not murder, not rape, not genocide. They're just things that happen. But we know that's false. We know some things are genuinely, objectively evil. We know evil is real. So, if morality doesn't come from evolution, culture, or materialism, where does it come from? Think about it logically. Laws need a lawmaker. Laws, lawmaker. Traffic laws need a government. Rules of a game need someone to create them. Moral laws need a moral lawgiver. Moral laws, moral lawgiver. And this lawgiver must be outside of humanity, Above our opinions, unchanging, morality doesn't change with time. Authoritative has the right to establish right and wrong, and good is the standard of goodness itself. This is what we mean when we say God, not just a powerful being, but the ultimate source and standard of goodness. Morality exists because God exists, and we recognize right and wrong because we're made in His image. Let's recap what logic has shown us. 1. Objective morality exists. We all live as if right and wrong are real. 2. Evolution can't explain it. It only explains feelings, not objective truth. 3. Society can't create it. We condemn cultures when they violate moral law. 4. Atheism can't ground it. Without God, morality is just an illusion. 5. Only a moral lawgiver can establish objective moral truth. We haven't quoted religious books, we've used logic, and the logic points to the same conclusion. God exists, and He is the foundation of morality. In the next video, we'll explore what happens after death and why it matters how we live. If this made sense to you, like this video and subscribe to The Reasoning Path for more logical discussions. Drop a comment below. What's the strongest objection to this argument? I respond to every thoughtful comment. See you next time. Subscribe for video 3.